What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Avenged Sevenfold. Yes, indeed, Avenged Sevenfold fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Brandon Pineda, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 48% of the vote, moving it from number 994 in the queue straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. They all want to see me react to this. It is Avenged Sevenfold with a tune called Brompton Cocktail. Now, have I heard the song before? Full disclosure, yes. Yes, I have. I've heard this song a number of times. This, if I remember correctly, I know it came off the Avenged Sevenfold album, the self-titled album, the White Album, as they like to refer to it as. I'm trying to remember the track number. It's either track 6 or track 7. It comes after Gunslinger, I know that. I just don't remember if it was track 6 or track 7. But yeah, I'm familiar with the song. I've heard it multiple times. So, having said that, I can't do a reaction, an honest reaction, to the song itself in any way, shape, or form. Now, luckily, from what Brandon told me when he made this request, I told him I've heard the song before, and he assured me this is a live performance. So, full disclosure here, full transparency, I'm not trying to hide anything here from you guys. I will not be reacting to the song itself in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to be basing my reaction completely on the live performance, the visual aspects, stage presence, stage energy, stage interaction, crowd interaction, showmanship, production. These are the 6 things I'm going to be looking for. I will take how well they play the song into account slightly, very slightly, but for the most part, it's going to be about the visuals here, okay? So please keep that in mind. Let's see, this was posted by A7XRU Release Group, okay? And the video has 44,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Avenged Sevenfold, Brompton Cocktail, live in 2008. I've had such a great day of reactions. I have. This is my 8th. This is my last reaction of the day. It's my 8th one. The other prior 7 have all been good. They've all been good. I have not had a bad reaction today. Please let me go 8 for 8 today. I would love it if I can go 8 for 8 today. What a way to start off October with 8 for 8. Let's do this. Come on. Let's hope. Let's pray for a great reaction today. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Ah! You know, is it too much to ask? Is it too much to ask to go 8 for 8? Is it too much to ask? Okay, number 1, the sound quality is awful. It's awful. God bless cell phones in the early 2000s with their limited ability to record sound. God bless them. The sound quality, let's just call a spade, okay? The sound quality on this video is garbage, all right? Now, luckily, the song itself has nothing to do with this. So this is going to be one of those rare instances where I could care less about the sound quality because the song is really a non-factor. So luckily, in this situation, it's okay. You know, it doesn't matter that the song quality or the sound quality of this video is garbage, okay? It doesn't matter because, like I said, the song's a non-factor. Having said that, man, is it too much to ask that you don't shake the camera around? If you're gonna film, film. Just film. Focus on filming. Focus on keeping your camera steady. Focus on keeping your cell phone steady. Please, for the love of God, can you just keep a steady picture? I am gonna get motion sickness watching this video. Dear Lord, I have a bad feeling about this. I really do. I really do. Let's try again. Let's start all over from the very beginning. Let's just try again. Zooming in and out. Oh, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. It's nothing that they're doing wrong. They're doing fine. They're doing fine, but the video quality, I don't know about, seriously, I don't know about you guys. I'm getting a little nauseous. I really am. This is not a joke. My stomach's hurting a little bit from just the shaking and the zooming in and zooming out. Okay, great. You got a camera that can zoom in and zoom out. Congratulations. I'll be honest with you. I would rather watch a video zoomed out. You can see the whole stage, frame the stage, edge to edge, frame the edges of the stage to the edges of your screen, and just keep it steady. Put your elbows on a rest, or bring a tripod, or have your friend stand, and you get, hopefully you're taller than your friend, and you get your elbows on his shoulders and tell him not to move. and just film. If you're gonna film, film, okay? Personally, I don't understand the point of filming shows. I've tried filming shows, and man, I regret it every single time. I regret it. I remember I filmed, and the only reason I did this is because we went and saw The Warning twice, back-to-back nights at the Troubadour. And I remember I filmed pretty much the entire second show. I regret it. I absolutely regret it because I was so focused on filming and keeping everything in frame and everything, proper and keeping everything still. I was so focused on filming, I didn't pay attention to the show at all. I really didn't. I wasn't even really paying attention to the songs. I was so focused on filming, and I absolutely regret it. And after that, I told myself, I am never going to film a show ever again. I'm just not going to do it. And like I said, I don't blame Avenged Sevenfold for the quality of this video. They had nothing to do with this. Now, this is a fan who decided to take their phone out and film. And like I said, if you're going to do it, fine. But if you're going to do it, then do it. And focus on the quality of your video. Instead, we got a whole bunch of shaking and, people, heads in shot. And, God. As far as what I can tell, as far as I can see, everything looks good on Avenged Sevenfold's end. We've got stage presence, yes. Stage energy, yes. Stage interaction, yes. I haven't seen a whole lot, but I've seen a couple of times where they've interacted with each other on stage. Crowd interaction, yes. Shadows is doing a fine job of interacting with the crowd, leering into the crowd, looking into the crowd, singing to the crowd. I like that. Showmanship, yes, I'll give it the check. Okay, so they have checked off all 5. They have, okay? How much are they doing? Are they coming back and resharpening the saw, or are they just hitting it once and that's it? That has yet to be determined, okay? But so far, everything I have been able to see clearly from Avenged Sevenfold has looked good. So far, so good. Let's keep going here. Yes, let's spread the name again. I got the gist of it. I did, but I'm not going to lie to you folks. I really didn't enjoy myself. And that didn't have anything to do with anything Avenged Sevenfold was doing. The quality of the audio and the quality of this video were absolute garbage. It was a rough listen, and it was a rough watch, too. How is this all going to translate to a score? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Avenged Sevenfold with a live performance of Brompton Cocktail. This was a request from Brandon Pineda, and it was also the winner of the Premier Tier Patreon Request Prioritization Poll, winning with 48% of the vote. moving up from number 994 in the queue, straight up to number 1. So yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, your voice, your vote does matter. Okay, look. Before I give my score, and hopefully this will save a lot of time in the comments section with people, you know, attacking me for all the wrong reasons. I really hope that's the case. I really hope people listen to me here. I really do. Before we started the video, I told everybody in the beginning of the video, I've heard the song before. I'm familiar with this song. It came off of Avenged Sevenfold's self-titled album, also known as the White Album. I don't know if it's track 6 or track 7. It's one of those two. I'm very familiar with the song. I've heard this song a bunch of times, okay? So I am familiar with the song. As such, I can't do a reaction to the song, guys. I can't do it, okay? And that's the whole point, is so I could react to something and give my thoughts on it, okay? I know the song. I'm well aware of the song. I've heard it multiple times. I love the song. I think it's to be honest with you, I really think it's one of the best songs on the Avenged Sevenfold album. Not the best, but I would definitely put it up in the top 5 on the album without question, okay? I think it's a better song than Dear God. That song is just syrupy, it's fluff, man. That song is absolute fluff. But I get the point of the song. I understand the reason for the song. I get it, and I don't hate it. But comparatively, I think this song blows Dear God out of the water. I really do. It's funny that the hits on that album were not the hits that I personally enjoyed. I love this song. I love Sidewinder. Gunslinger I love. I mean, it's funny, I love the songs that weren't big hits on the album. But in any case, I'm familiar with the song. So as such, I am not taking the song itself into account here. I'm not. I can't. Because if I did, I would be pretending. I'd be lying to you guys. And I'm not going to do that to you. I'm basing my entire review, my entire score, and my entire evaluation on the live performance. What we saw, not what we heard. So guys, do me a favor in the comments. Don't be sitting there and telling me that this is one of the greatest songs they ever wrote. I agree with you. When it came to this album, when it came to the Avenged Sevenfold album, I agree with you. I think it is one of the best songs on that album, okay? But the song is a non-factor. It's a non-factor. God, please don't sit there and go, you're out of your mind. This is one of the greatest songs they ever wrote. Spare me. Please spare me. So anyway, let's get to the score first, and after that, I don't think I need to explain a whole lot. I think I'm gonna give the score, and everybody's gonna pretty much go, yep, that sounds about right. Okay, so remember, my score is based on the visuals, what we saw, stage presence, stage energy, stage interaction, crowd interaction, showmanship, and production. Those 6 things, okay? Please keep that in mind. Now about that score, like I said, I'm gonna give the score, and I'm pretty sure anybody with any sense of sanity is gonna go, yep, that makes perfect sense, based on what we saw. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am gonna give that live performance a 6.5. Yep, 6.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 6.5. What does that mean? Before Avenged Sevenfold fans lose their minds, it's not a bad score, okay? We are over 5.0. As long as you're over 5.0, you're good. It's when you get under 5.0 that you start getting into the negative scores, okay? This is getting a positive. So a 6.5 would translate to a pretty good scale rating. So I think overall, I think the live performance was pretty good, all right? It would get 3 out of 5 stars and a B- letter grade. Not a C, not a D, a B- letter grade. So there you go. 6.5, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars and a B- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Hopefully you all saw the exact same video that I saw. And before people start making assumptions or jumping to conclusions, no, I did not take the quality of the video into account. It had nothing to do with it. The sound quality, the video quality, it had nothing to do with Avenged Sevenfold. It did not get released on their official page. They had nothing to say about it. This was a completely independent thing. So I do not blame the band for the quality of the video. I do not blame the band for the quality of the audio, okay? That had everything to do with the yuts who decided to film this and decided to sit there and zoom in, zoom out. Thanks a lot for giving me motion sickness. Really appreciate it. I don't blame Avenged Sevenfold for that whatsoever. I'm basing my score completely on what I saw them do. Now, if I'm being honest, I've seen better from them when it comes to live performance and stage performance. But they did check off all the boxes. They did. Some of them stronger than others. Let's go down the checklist, since that's what this whole evaluation is based on, is the live show. Let's go down the checklist. Stage presence, check. Yes, they came out, they owned the stage, they looked like rock stars, okay? They did. They didn't look like they were dressed like a bunch of roadies wandering around the stage looking for, you know, their wrench that they lost. Like, where did my needle nose pliers go? They're around here somewhere. No, they weren't doing that. They came out looking like rock stars, okay? So I will give that a check for sure. Stage energy, I'm gonna give it a check, and it's actually one of the stronger checks. There was a lot of movement and motion around the stage, mostly coming from Shadows and mostly coming from Johnny Christ. They were moving around quite a bit. Especially Johnny was really moving around quite a bit as far as the musicians go. Zachy really didn't move around a whole lot, and Gates didn't move around a whole lot either. They kind of just stayed, stage left and stage right. And it's a little unusual for them. I usually see them come together at least once during a song. They didn't move. Now, granted, the stage, it did look small. I've seen them on bigger stages be far more active. Maybe they felt constrained on the smaller stage. They need a big drum riser for Jim's drums, so maybe there wasn't a whole lot of room to move, to be able to crisscross. That's very possible. Nonetheless, even when Gates and even when Zachy were in their little square, the little 5x5 square that they put themselves into, they were still moving around within that 5x5 stage, that 5x5 square. So there was stage energy. There was. So I will absolutely give it to that. Stage interaction. I'm going to give it a check, but it's a weak check. There were times where members of the band would look at each other from a distance and kind of play to each other, but they never got, next to each other, unfortunately. There were glances, there were looks. I guess we can call that stage interaction, sort of. I'll give it the check, but it is a weak check. I've seen far more better examples of stage interaction from them in other performances. So anyway, moving along here, crowd interaction. I'm gonna give it a check, thanks mostly to Shadows. He did a good job getting up on the Eagle blocks, singing to the crowd, extending his arm out to the crowd, putting on the show to the crowd. But he was also it. I've seen Johnny, I've seen Zachy, and I've seen Shadows, not Shadows, I've seen Gates do a lot of crowd interaction in the past, where they're pointing their guitars out to the crowd while they're playing, putting a foot up on the monitor, looking out into the crowd, leering into the crowd even while they're playing. Didn't see any of that here. I don't know if they just weren't into this show or what, but you really didn't see anything from them. I saw more crowd interaction from Jim back there on the drums than I did from any of the three up front. So I can't. It is getting a check, yes, but 90%, honestly, 90% thanks to Shadows, 10% thanks to Jim. That was a little weird, a little weak from the guitar players, but that's okay. At least it was covered. Showmanship. Again, it's getting a check, but it's getting a weak check. I've seen better showmanship from these guys in other shows. I don't know if their energy was just down. I don't know if they were suffering from hangovers from the night before or what, but I didn't see the showmanship that I've seen from them in other shows. And here's the thing. I know the argument's going to be made, well, it was a smaller venue. It was a club. It wasn't, in an arena or in a stadium. They were playing in a club in front of 600. Guys, it does not matter if you're playing in front of 2 people, 200 people, or 200,000 people. It does not matter. You should put on the best show you possibly can every single time you go out there. It doesn't matter how big you are or how small you are. You want to lose your fan base? Go ahead and go out there and mail it in. Let me know how that works out for you. You know, I hate seeing bands who mail it in. And I'm going to be honest with you folks, when it came to this show, this kind of felt mailed in, especially from the showmanship standpoint. So it is getting a check, but barely getting the check. Let's see. Last thing, production. No, there was no production at all, but that's okay. Avenged Sevenfold's not known for being a production-based band. They're known for being a very active band on stage, bringing the live show themselves. This just was not the best example of it. So, did they check off all 5 of the major boxes? Yes. Production, it's always been bonus points. So, no points off for no production, but I can't add any bonus points either because there wasn't any. So, now overall, I think this was a pretty good job from a live performance standpoint. I've seen them do better. I've seen them do way better. But at least they did check off all 5 boxes. Some better than others. Some of those check boxes were barely checked, but they still got checked. So that's why I'm giving this the overall pretty good score of 6.5. Remember, in closing, the song had nothing to do with this at all. I know the song. I'm well aware of the song. I've listened to the song many times. In all honesty, it's one of my favorite songs from that album. Okay? As such, I can't take it into account. And to put everybody's mind at ease, I did not take the quality of the audio or the quality of the video into account in my score. Avenged Sevenfold had nothing to do with this. It was completely done independently from the viewer and from the uploader. By the way, to the uploader, thanks a lot for flashing your A7XRU logo up there 5 or 6 times during the course, just in case we didn't get the first time, right? Yeah, thanks a lot. Anyway, grand total 6.5. I feel good with that score. I feel that is the score that this overall live performance deserves, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got 6.5, which is a pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.